Hey guys, it is October 7th. I just got home. I have so much crap going on, it's ridiculous. I'm trying to get a new car. I have a 2003 Honda Civic Hybrid. And I don't know if you guys know anything about hybrids, but they suck. I really wouldn't recommend them to anybody. Um, my batteries are dying. I haven't probably even mentioned this in other videos, but the hybrid part of it is dying. Therefore, it needs to be fixed. But I paid $6,000 for the car, and it cost $5,000 to fix it. And then on top of that, my transmission's going. So I found a car. It's a 2002. It's a Ford Escape. My boyfriend calls them Escapes. So we had like a whole joke going on about it yesterday. We called them Escapes. But I test drove it. It's like a forest green, dark green, whatever. And I loved it. It was completely spotless. The engine was spotless. It was well taken care of. Everything. It's about $8,000. A little bit over. But my car, I could trade it in and get like $2,500 for it. So put that towards the new car. The only problem with all this is I could pay a loan or whatever I needed to do. I could do like 200 something a month. I get paid about 200 a week or more, depending on how many hours they give me, but no less than 200. And the only problem is I have no credit. And I didn't realize how freaking hard it is to get somebody to help you, because nobody wants to, or people can't. And you know, my mom can't. Well, I asked my mom. I don't think she'll be able to because she's getting ready to move. And then my dad, they foreclosed on their house, so then they can't. And then my grandparents both have Social Security and have 2 car payments, so they can't. And it just, I don't know what to do. I need somebody, I need a co-signer. I can get a loan and that would be no problem. I could pay it off. I know I can. I know I'll be able to. I won't let that fall through. I wouldn't sign a paper saying I'll pay this money and then not do it. That's just, it's not me. I don't know. I get a bill in the mail, like medical, whatever, and I pay it that day. Like, I don't like, it's like when you're young. I don't know if any of you were like this. I would have homework to do, and if I didn't do it, I would know that I would get in trouble if I didn't do it, so I wouldn't be able to go to sleep until it was done. Or, like, you know, you have a test the next day. Like, I think about things that I need to get done before I go to sleep, or they start to bother me if I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I know that my mind will drive me insane if I don't pay these bills. I know I can do it. I just need somebody to sign their name and say, hey, I agree, she can do it. But I know there's so much more to that. Like, I'm learning. I don't really know a lot about all this financial mumbo jumbo, but I'm learning. I just wish it was a lot easier than it actually is. Me and Brian were looking into apartments. We aren't going to be moving up north. I'm going to stay here. Our boss gave him a raise. She's giving me more hours. I actually went to her house yesterday, and I'm telling you, I never want to have kids. So if I keep doing this vlog thing like once a week or whatever I do on here, I barely make them anymore. If I ever come to you guys and say, oh, I'm pregnant, I have a kid, God help me. Like, I cleaned her kid's playroom, and I moved the hats where they put them in the wrong place, and I had to organize their DVDs, and it took me 2.5 hours to clean their linen closet, because I have never seen so many towels and sheets and pillowcases in my entire life. I don't even know how they all fit in there, because they wouldn't fit back in there when I cleaned it. Well, then she asked if I could take her kids to the park. I said, oh, whatever, you know, that would be easy. And it was really okay. I keep calling him the big one. I can't remember his name. The older one, the big one. He's like a freaking 5-year-old. Kid's 11 years old, and he wears floods where they're like that high up on his leg, like capri pants. And he runs like Steve Urkel, and he just, it seems like he seems like he's really smart, but common sense wise and like socially, he's just like a 5-year-old. It's so hard to talk to him. And then the little one, he's like 7. He doesn't listen worth a crap. I told him to leave, and he wouldn't leave, and then he hid in the tube at the park, and I couldn't get him out, and then I had to feed him, and then I had to like bribe him to get back into the car. my God, like, some people, those are the kind, I don't believe in beating your kids, I don't. But I do believe that kids should be spanked. I don't think I was really spanked, but when I did something wrong, I knew I did something wrong. My parents made it known I did something wrong. That way I don't do it again. These kids, just, they're like little banshees. Ugh. Anyway, they're not my kids. I don't have to deal with them. I don't even think I'll ever be watching them again, so I don't really care. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I got my hair cut. You see? Well, you see? It's a little mess right now. I got attacked by the wind, but I got the color changed. It's darker. Don't know if you can tell that. But I did get it cut. It was like down in here. And then I butchered it up to here. I don't know with the whole moving thing. I don't know if we're going to be moving just because I need a new car before Mayan decides it's going to like croak. And he needs to save money. So, I mean, I'm not in a hurry. I live with my grandparents for free. I love my grandparents. They drive me insane sometimes, but that's their job. But I'm living here for free. It's giving me a chance to save money. If I can get a car and do this loan thing, I'll be building some credit. So then, when I do decide to move, I'll have some credit background and it'll help out. So, I mean, Brian doesn't live that far away. I mean, it would be great, but I'll take what I can get. I need to look into school today. I'm going to look into Delaware, or no, what's it called? Delaware Technical, whatever. I'm going to look into them. It's like a community college / tech school. I still want to get into interior design. The only problem with this is I don't know if I can take my basic courses in the place that's close to me, and then the more in-depth classes take them in Dover, which is like an hour away tops. It's probably less than that, but we'll say hour tops, because I don't want to be driving an hour every day. Which I took full schedule last year, and it's only 4 classes, but I'm not a school person. So I think that if I do get into school, I'm going to take 2 classes. That way I can focus on just them and hopefully do better than I did last year, because I did not do good. And I'm not proud of myself for that. And I want to be able to say that I accomplished it. I did it. Even if it takes me longer to graduate, at least I'm doing well. That's the way I see it. My work said that they'll work around my school schedule, so that's good. Other than that, that's the big stuff that's been going on. I went to the shop last night and worked. I took tires off of Josh's car, put them onto Sean's car because Sean is coming out of town. It's Brian's friend who is in the Navy, who is also Brian's ex-girlfriend's younger brother. I don't know if you understood anything I just said, because it's like this huge big circle and I kind of have to like envision it in my head because it's like the Twilight Zone. It's one of those things that you get sucked into and then you never get out. Well, Sean's coming home this weekend and they're having a welcome home party. I have to go apparently because Brian's going and Kim is going, who is his ex-girlfriend. I'm not okay with Kim. Kim called me a lot of names. She talked a lot of stuff about me and she was trying to get him back for a while. I'm sorry, honey, but it's not going to work with me there, I promise. We got in a fight a few times. Not like a fist fight, but I kind of gave her a piece of my mind because she wouldn't leave him alone. But I know that if I stay home, I will think about it and I'll worry. I'm the kind of person where I get something in my head, even if it's not true, I'll get something in my head and it doesn't go anywhere. I just keep building on it and think all these crazy things, and then I get really upset, and then the whole night it'll be bad if I sit at home by myself, because I'll be wondering what he's doing, who he's talking to, if she's bothering him. Especially if they're drinking, if I'm there, I would feel more, I don't want to go, but if I'm there, I'll feel more comfortable. So that's my life summed up in a 10-minute period. So I hope that you guys are doing well. I don't even know if anybody even watches these videos anymore, just because I don't make them so much and they're not very entertaining. My grandparents leave sometime in November. My birthday is on Thanksgiving, so I do still want to volunteer on Thanksgiving. I need to find a church to go to, but my grandparents are going to be away in November, and hopefully me and Britt will have some stupid boogie boarding or something eventful. Um, but I hope everyone's taking care of themselves, and I will catch you later. Bye.